Hey everybody, how's it going? My name is Gemma, and welcome to the first video in what I plan to be a 4-part series all about Baybayin. This series will have the goal of teaching you how to write your own name in Baybayin. The first video, this one, will just be a quick introduction to Baybayin to give a bit of history and context. The next video will talk about approximating the pronunciation of your name using the sounds available for writing in Baybayin. The third video, I'll demonstrate all of the characters, how to write them, how to string them together to spell your name. The fourth video will be about different styles of Baybayin writing that might have existed in the past or are being developed in the modern day. So now, what is Baybayin? Baybayin is the historical Tagalog script. In other words, Baybayin is the writing system that was used in the past to write out the Tagalog language from the Philippines. Sometimes you'll hear people call Baybayin the ancient Filipino script, and it technically isn't the Filipino script. The Philippines were a really diverse region with tons of different languages and writing systems. While Tagalog was the most widely spoken, it certainly wasn't the only one, and Baybayin wasn't the only writing system. But still, a lot of Filipinos have adopted Baybayin as an important symbol of Filipino culture and heritage. So Baybayin comes from the word baybay, which in Tagalog means to spell. Sometimes you'll hear people refer to this writing system as alibata instead. And this name is technically a misnomer because it was created from the names of the first 3 characters of the Arabic writing system, alif, ba, ta. This name was created under the mistaken assumption that Baybayin was related in origin to Arabic, but Baybayin is actually more closely related to other abugidas from Southeast Asia, such as Javanese or Sundanese. Now, what is an abugida? To answer that, I'd first like to turn your attention to the English alphabet, or the Latin alphabet, as it were. When I write a word in English, such as eat, each letter might represent a vowel or a consonant. And as I conjugate the word eat to get eaten, eating, and ate, you'll see that there are different combinations of characters that are used to represent some complicated sound changes. And also, you'll see that the placement of some letters might affect the pronunciation of others. In Tagalog, this kind of writing system, these kinds of tricks aren't really possible or really needed. In Baybayin writing, each letter represents a consonant and a vowel packaged together. This is how you would write kain, the Tagalog word for to eat. And this character represents the k and the a that follows it. And as I conjugate this word, kain becomes kinain, or kumain, or kumakain. You'll see that diacritic markings are added to change the vowel that accompanies the consonant. Here, ka becomes ki, becomes ku. One last thing I wanted to mention about Baybayin is that Baybayin is inherently a somewhat ambiguous writing system. I know because I was the person that wrote this that the intent of this set of characters was to represent the word ka'in. But really, it could stand for just ka'e, or maybe ka'el, or maybe even something like kag'ip. Baybayin, as it was used traditionally, appeared in maybe poetry, maybe personal memos, maybe decorative texts you would post around your house. And in all of these forms, a little bit of ambiguity, a little bit of interpretation or memorization used when reading, that kind of stuff is acceptable. But when Spanish colonizers came and changed the Filipino way of life, emphasizing more of record keeping, this kind of ambiguity was less acceptable. So changes were made to the Baybayin writing system, and eventually Baybayin just died out in favor of the writing system the Spanish brought. That's about it for this video, and I hope to see you in the next one, where we'll talk about Tagalog phonology. Thanks for watching.